Can I tell you why I have suddenly started just showing up here every single day? And as of this video on here, I've been showing up almost 8 months. And because I think, you need to deserve to know why I'm doing this. And because I also just want to say out loud, okay, let's just be fair, like the reason why I'm doing it, because I'm getting some accountants and stuff like that. I just want us to be on the same page of why Nene, not that you truly care or anything, but just to say. And it's not because, I'm here trying to be this influencer or anything like that. No, it's just that this this is what it is. And yes, I want to make more money. And yeah, it's not something that I'm shying away from, or something that I'm even embarrassed to say that that's the case. It- it's not any of those things. Neither is it a case that I want to start having this, like, flashy lifestyle. Okay, this is where I'm going. This is like no. What I want, and the reason why I'm doing this, is because I want to create the freedom that money creates. And those are two very different things. And I think that it's very important to be clear on which one is, this is. I have been a British Sign Language interpreter now for over 20 years, right? 20 years. And I can join, I love what I do. I love the interaction, the opportunity and the things that I get to be around, and places and things that I wouldn't have had opportunity to be in. So I love what I do, and it has given me such incredible experiences and situation. It has shaped who I am. It's introduced me to a community that I feel like I am part of, that I am like I allied to and stuff like that. And I wouldn't trade any of this for anything, what I have achieved and gained so far, because it would always be part of who I am. And that part of me is going nowhere. It is me, right? It is something that, yeah, it shapes the course of my life. And over the last few couple of years, I just the realization that my dream has become bigger than what I can do in that one assignment that I'm doing at the time. Like what it is that I am like doing here, because there are situations where I would co-work with people and then I would have conversation, and you can see like them coming in whole hunchback, and then by the time we're done with the booking or whatever, you see them like elongated, see they've gained some inches in them, and how they feel, and like just seeing that, or even if it's just interacting with the client, whatever, how I always want to make people feel better than how we met. Like feel that, just put a smile on people's faces. So doing that one assignment at a time is great. And I just don't want to just help the people I meet today. I want to be able to help thousands. I want to train people. I want to speak. I've always like said, you know what, I'm a speaker. I'm this. I want to write. I want to create. I want to do stuff. I want to build something that reaches people long after I have, logged off, switched off computer, whatever it is, there's something that is still making an impact, right? Because what I really want is freedom. That is the bottom line. Freedom to be fully present with my boys. I have 4 boys. Yes. I have two that are grown now. Like one's technically an adult. One's just edging to be an adult officially. And the other two, they still want mama, me there. And they're into sports, right? And I don't want, say, them looking around in the crowd and wondering, okay, where's mommy? Because I'm there trying to manage to make it, or, looking up and say, yeah, I see her. I see you. I'm there. And being there, cheering them on and like screaming on top of my voice or whatever it is. Not that I'm rushing from a job and they're like, yeah, oh, yeah, here I am. Or not watching the highlights later or like doing stuff. You know, I have another kid who is playing, you could call it professional, you know, basketball and stuff. And the thought of him doing his stuff because he's now doing it overseas and not being able to be there, be present, you know, it has, you know, it does sometimes does a number. So when you're there rushing and then watching highlights of what things are happening for your kids and like being there or wanting to have more experiences with them, take them through stuff and do, you know what, like be there for them, you know, is one of the main reasons why I want my freedom. Yeah, and there is my parents, right? I they're getting older. I want ordinary afternoons with them. I want to be able to just to always, because what tends to happen is because of the nature of freelance work, you can have a couple of hours in between bookings, and I'll go like after a booking, I'll go and say hi and spend some time. Like, okay, I have to rush off to the next one, or some weekends, and it's always like a on the move, right? And you know, squeeze in here, there, and that, and trying, you know, not I don't want to visit to feel like it has to be scheduled. Oh, okay, what space do I have? What gap do I have? Okay, let me do that alongside everything else because they have sacrificed so much for me, for my siblings, for the life I've got right now. It's because of them and their examples. And I know, I know there's times where something, you know, as time is going, we can't we can't get them back. You know, they're getting older, and I want to be able to give them. I want to be able to give back to them, and yeah, but time isn't promised to us, and I really want to be able to for my folks. I want to be able to give generously. I want to be able to give my time to people. I want to be able to support people, volunteer, to be able to, you know, I've always wanted to do this, what do you call it? Is it Big Sister or whatever, where you're mentoring other like younger folk? Like I would love to be able to do that. But when you're doing this, you don't have the time, right? Ah, that's bit of it. It's not just all about money giving, it's about giving off time, giving off space, creating opportunity, um, to see a need and immediately be able to help out, to do something, to think, not think, oh, well, can I afford this? Can I support? Like, no, I want you, but first response, okay, what? Okay, yeah, fine. Now let's go. Let's do it. Let's support them. Let's be there. Like something happens. I was so fortunate. There was a time my mom was sick and she had to be hospitalized. Fortunately for me, it just landed like on a Friday stroke weekend. And then Monday, I didn't really have much. So I was able to be there 24/7. Imagine if I couldn't just drop everything and just be there because I've been committed. You know, things like that. You know, I want to be able to have that freedom to pick, which right now, like somewhat have the freedom to like, you know what, I ain't doing that kind of job anymore. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like that to me is truly freedom to say, enjoy that. I want to do more of that. Yeah, that's where I'm heading. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why I am showing up here and not like, oh no, let me check if I can, or maybe next month. Okay, yeah, no, yes, now let's go. That's that's the freedom I'm building forward towards. That's what I'm trying to build here. Not trying. That's what I'm building. And then they're the interpreters, right? Those brilliant ones. The ones I've seen, the ones I haven't seen, the ones that I've walked alongside, the ones that I've watched in rooms, the ones that I have seen in certain situations and places. And you can see clearly they're the most capable humans. And somehow there is still that not sure of themselves. You can see the hesitation. You can see the thing. You can see the ones that You can see the skill shine. Yet they don't believe it of themselves yet. They don't trust themselves to use it fully. You can see it. The ones who then go home after the assignment and they're replaying, oh my goodness, why did I use that sign? Can you see what they said back? Why did I hesitate? Like instead of everything that they've got right now, because I was that person for the longest time. I was that person that felt such angst for self. I was always there thinking I had to keep improving. So for me, if sharing everything that I've learned, everything that I'm now done to get to this side of where I'm like okay with not everyone being okay, that I'm comfortable not being 100% all the time, but I know that in whatever the situation is, I can just be present and just be okay. Like, fine, okay, move on. Let's go. Next one. Being in this situation now, in this position, that every uncomfortable truth, that every lesson that I have lived through is now helping the next person believe in themselves sooner than I did. Oh my goodness. Then that means every uncomfortable video that I'm doing right now or that I've done has been worth doing, has been worth recording, has been worth everything. Because even if the ones where I've even stumbled, right? The ones where I felt like, oh my gosh, Nene, what the heck are you doing? Like, even those ones where I don't even know exactly where I'm going or where it's going to land, even those ones. Because, so that's why you're going to keep seeing me. I'm going to keep showing up. Not because I have made it and I've now there, like, yes, no. It's because I am currently building it. I'm doing it right now, one video at a time. Yeah. Sharing one lesson at a time, one brave step, one thing, like doing a thing. I started this channel. When I started, I was this shy, introverted person. Like a side note, we know like not every introverted person is shy, right? But I was extremely shy. A person who would sit down in a classroom and not even have the eye contact with anything. The person who was told that she couldn't be an interpreter. And I chose to rise instead of shrink, right? That wasn't a one-time choice. I had made it again and again. Every single time I press record, I would still make it because this matters, because this is freedom. And this to me matters because my voice matters. My husband matters, my kids, my parents, because those interpreters sitting down there that are doubting themselves, they're like, because they matter too. That is why I do what I do. I want that freedom. And if you found me, hey, welcome, hi. Yeah, you're joining me right in the messy middle of this journey of this building that I'm doing. Because this is not highlight reel. This is me real time. I am still, alongside building this, I'm still a working, functioning interpreter, alongside building, alongside speaking. I'm still figuring this thing out. I'm still building this thing. I'm still committed to doing this daily, showing up anyway. The messages I get from people saying, oh my goodness, I never thought about it. Like, I tried it. I did a door frame thing. And my goodness, I came out and I looked at and I was dancing. That's why I do what I do. When you get messages, when you reach out to that one person, who, I had a message from someone who said they were on the verge of quitting. But because I'm showing up, they're going to give it one more go. Like, that's what freedom means to me. Somebody was thinking of quitting, thinking, oh my gosh. Oof. I didn't. I want more freedom. I want the present. I want the impact. I want, yeah, I want people who've decided in whatever it is they're wanting to know that this conditioning can be reconditioned. And through the impact, I'll just keep showing up. So if you love, if you love for you to be part of it, right? And if any part of what I've said, if anything I've said like resonates with you, subscribe and stay and see the evolution, the journey, because we do this every single day, right? We do this every single day. And if you want to understand which inner patterns that might be holding you back right now, like that from the version of you, the free interpreter identity audit is out there. It'll be linked up in the description. Go complete and see what patterns are showing up for you, because that's a good place to start, to really start getting it. I am Nene, and we do this every single day. Remember that your voice matters and it is your time to use it. Bye for now.